I want a divorce. At 62, after 30 years of marriage, my husband finally looked me in the eye. He hadn't looked at me once in 7 years. That day, his mother with dementia remembered nothing, but he remembered every word. I said 7 years ago, why should we be the ones to take her in? I didn't know what I was about to lose. The courthouse hallway was quiet the day we signed the papers. Fluorescent lights buzzed overhead. Down the hall, someone shuffled documents. My husband sat beside me but wouldn't look at me. Just like the past 7 years. The clerk pushed papers across the desk. Sign here, here, and here. My husband grabbed the pen first. His hand didn't shake. He didn't hesitate. He signed his name clearly and stamped the document. I watched him and wondered if this was the same man I'd spent 30 years with. The man who held my hand and laughed. Who paced hospital hallways when our kids were sick. Who ate my cooking and said it was the best he'd ever had. Now he sat beside me, stamping our divorce papers like it meant nothing. Ma'am, your turn. The clerk looked at me. I picked up the pen. My hand trembled. The tip shook over the paper. My husband stared out the window. I slowly wrote my name. Margaret Chen. A name I'd written thousands of times in 62 years, but that day it felt foreign. I stamped it. Done. Congratulations. You're legally strangers now. The clerk said it routinely, but I'd never heard the word congratulations sound so empty. My husband stood. I stood too. He walked ahead down the hallway. I followed, watching his back. That hunched back I'd known for 30 years. Shoulders drooping. A back I'd never see again. Outside, May sunlight hit us. Beautiful weather. A breeze blew. My husband stopped on the steps like he wanted to say something. I waited. Like I'd waited 7 years. But he just shook his head and kept walking. I stood there watching him disappear into the parking lot. His car started. His old Honda pulled away. He never looked back. I sat on a bench. My legs gave out. 62 years old, alone. The kids gone, my husband gone. Just an empty apartment left. That evening I came home and turned on the lights. Empty living room. His slippers were gone from the front door. He'd taken them yesterday. The day before the divorce, he packed slowly, quietly, sorting 30 years into piles. This is mine. This is yours. He even split the fridge. Half the soup, half the leftovers, half everything. I opened the fridge and looked at those half-empty containers. I laughed, then cried. His last words, "I'll take care of Mom. Don't worry about it." Then he left. That night I slept alone for the first time. Same spot I'd slept in for 30 years, but he wasn't there. I pulled up the blanket. His smell still lingered faintly. I closed my eyes and thought back 10 years. The day it all began. My mother-in-law got her Alzheimer's diagnosis in fall 2014. At first just forgetfulness. Lost keys, forgot to turn off the stove, repeated stories. Everyone gets like that when they're old, my father-in-law said. But she got worse. Got lost at the grocery store she'd shopped at for 30 years. Wandered outside in her nightgown at midnight. "Where's my mother? I need to find her." An 80-year-old looking for her own mother. The doctor showed us the MRI. Alzheimer's, early stage but progressive. My father-in-law went silent. A year later, he died. Heart attack. Sudden. At the funeral, my mother-in-law stood at the casket. "Honey, get up. Time to eat." That's when I felt real fear. Who would take care of her? A week after the funeral, the siblings gathered. His older brother and wife, his sister and her husband, and us. Everyone looked serious. My sister-in-law spoke first. We need to decide about Mom. Someone mentioned a nursing home, but she could still walk, still function. Too early. So who takes her? My husband's sister asked. No one answered. His brother ran a business. Busy. His wife raised 2 grandchildren. No time. His sister lived upstate. Small house. Then us. My husband was the youngest. I thought, not us. He's the youngest. But my husband spoke. I'll take her. Silence. I stared at him. His brother asked, You sure? Yes. The house okay? It's fine. What about Margaret? He looked at me. I couldn't speak. My husband answered for me. It's fine. But it wasn't fine. Not at all. The drive home was silent. He gripped the wheel, staring ahead. I watched November streets pass in darkness. Red light. He sighed. I finally spoke. Why did you say that? Say what? That you'd take her without asking me? No answer. Light changed. We drove. You're the youngest. Why us? He looked at me. Someone has to. Let your brother do it. He has his situation. So do we. I raised my voice. We're barely covering college tuition. How do we handle your mom? 2? Medical bills? Caregiving? Did you think about that? He looked away. She's my mother. I know. But what? His voice dropped. Too inconvenient? Too hard? Put her in a home? I didn't say that. You just did. I went quiet. What if it were your mother? No answer. My mother died 10 years before. Cancer stage 4. 6 months in the hospital. My husband visited daily. More than me. Held her hand, talked to her, fed her. Before she died, she took his hand. Thank you, son. Take care of my daughter. He cried. So did I. He'd said, I think of you as my own mother. Rest easy. That memory hit hard. I couldn't speak. We got home. He went inside. I sat in the car. My phone rang. Sister-in-law? Heard you're taking Mom. Thank you. We feel bad, but we just can't now. Need help? Let us know. I hung up. Let us know. Just words people say. Inside, he sat on the couch, staring at the TV. Not watching, just staring. I went to the kitchen. Washed dishes. Water was the only sound. That night, no words. Before bed, he turned his back. I turned mine. First time we slept back to back. A week later, Mom moved in. 1 small suitcase. My brother-in-law dropped her off and left quickly. She looked at me. Who are you? Heart sank. 30 years together, she didn't know me. First month was manageable. She stayed quiet, mostly in her room. I took care of her. Morning meds, cooking, laundry, cleaning. My husband stopped by her room before work, then left. I was alone with her all day. Month 2, she woke at night trying to leave. Home. My husband's waiting. He was dead. She didn't remember. Month 3, she turned on the stove at midnight. I woke to burning. Charred pot, smoke everywhere. My husband came out. What happened? She almost burned the house down. We need 247 care. Maybe I quit. Then what do we live on? Nursing home? He looked at me. No. Why not? She wouldn't want that. She hates it here, too. Hear her every night wanting to go home? His face hardened. You serious? Put my mother with strangers? Professionals. No. I said I'd care for her. By yourself? You're supposed to help. You want me here 247 with your mother? Then what do you want? I have my own life. Your life? What life? Haven't worked in 20 years. So what is it? Don't want to deal with my mother? First time he looked at me with resentment. Just live with her. My mother. Can't even do that? No answer. He went to his room. Door closed. After that, we stopped talking. Only necessary words. Silence became normal. 1 year like this. She asked me, "Who are you?" "Your daughter-in-law, Mom." She muttered, "I didn't want to come here." Our son forced me. My husband came home, heard this. I said carefully, "Mom says she didn't want to come." He cut me off. Dementia. Enough! That night, he stopped talking to me completely. 2 years passed. Her condition worsened. Bathroom accidents. I washed sheets daily. She screamed at me. "Thief!" Threw a pillow. 3 years in, I said, "Hire a caregiver." He looked at me for the first time in 3 years. "If you're struggling, I'll quit." "Then what do we live on?" "Don't know. But she's my mother." I laughed. "She doesn't even recognize you." "Still my mother." "I know. But I'm a stranger. To her and to you." "Nursing home." "No. I'll care for her till the end." I sighed. "Do it yourself." "I can't." "Can't?" "No." He nodded. Understood. Next day, he did everything alone. Before work, bathed, fed, prepped meds. After work, changed diapers, fed dinner, put to bed. I didn't help. He didn't ask. Same house, separate lives. Year 4 of silence. We passed like ghosts. Year 5. Mom collapsed. Stroke. Left side paralyzed. My husband quit his job. Need to care for Mom. He cared for her 247. I got part-time work as a cashier. We weren't married. Just strangers sharing a house. Year 7 spring. He put divorce papers on the table. Let's divorce. Why? It's already over. I looked up. He'd aged. Hair white, wrinkles, hunched back. What about Mom? I'll care for her. Alone. He'd planned everything. Split assets, sell the house. When did you decide? 7 years ago. I signed. He went to Mom's room. 30 years together. Never understood each other. 1 year later. Small studio. Alone. One day my sister-in-law said, "Mom passed away." Last year. He cared for her alone till the end. I couldn't speak. I went home, opened the window. May breeze. I finally understood. He wasn't protecting his mother. He was protecting himself. The son who cared for his mother till the end. And me, I protected nothing. 62 years old, alone. But so is he. We were alone together, alone apart. Now we don't hurt each other. That's the only comfort.